Back when I was out of shape like this, life was hard. But now I do this 3 times a week. I eat like this. And honestly, everything is better when you're in shape just like this. So here are 10 brutally honest pieces of advice for those who want to get in shape. Let's get into it. The first thing is to get in the gym and build strength. So many people think about getting in shape in the form of runs, in the form of sports, in the form of climbing and dancing and backflipping. It's all good. Do those things. But if you actually want to look great, you're going to have to do some kind of weight training so that when you lose fat, your muscle shows up. And it is actually the best way to lose fat is to do calorie deficit with building muscle, lifting weights, at least doing some kind of body weight training and even adding weight to your body weight training. This is the best way to get in shape. I'm a big fan of cardio in the sense that I do jiu-jitsu. I love playing soccer, but for most people, 99% of people watching this, you're just not hitting the gym because you think it's a gym bro activity. But if you actually look at every health metric, every prevention mechanism for big diseases, they will have a lower body fat and higher muscle mass. So get in the gym and lift weights. Next, you will fail multiple times with the more equals better approach. Everybody that starts the gym kind of goes, all right, I'm doing this now. And then what do? You immediately think if you do 7, it's better than 6. If you do 8, it's better than 7. And if you do 12, I mean, that's the best, right? 15, 20 reps. You start doing more reps. Oh, instead of 3 sets, I feel really good today. I'm going to push myself, get 4 sets. And you know what? I'm going to add a couple exercises because I saw that guy said this is really good for that tricep action. So I'm going to add this tricep extension, this tricep extension. Everybody that's been to the gym in any serious capacity goes through this phase. I call this the gym bro phase. This is where you think just doing more is better. But think about what you're good at, right? Let's say you're good at cooking. Is just putting more ingredients making the food taste better? Or maybe is it taking out some ingredients so that the few can actually shine? Maybe you're good at the piano. Is just adding more notes the faster you play? Does that make you a better pianist? Or is it maybe taking away some of that thing and just leaving the bare bones? I mean, I know nothing about piano, but in every craft, there is this idea that as you get more and more elite, you're going to have to let go of certain fluffy stuff. And that is the essence of minimalism. But what you got to understand is that this phase is almost like an inevitable phase. You're going to go through this. You're going to add things. You're going to realize, oh my God, I burnt out. Oh my God, I don't enjoy the gym anymore. Oh my God, I can't stay consistent. And then you strip things back and you get minimal. Now, if you want actual routines that are minimalist, so you don't go through this step of, doing more equals better and burning out, check out the link below. I got free routines for you and even a free community where you can access it. Next, the 80-20 rule applies in fitness as well. What does that mean? This Pareto principle says that 80% of the results come from 20% of the things you do. There are about 20% of exercises in the gym that really matter. And every guy in shape is pretty much doing these. These are your squats, these are your deadlifts, these are your bench presses, these are your rows, these are your overhead presses, your incline presses, the chin-ups, the pull-ups. That's it. You should focus 80% of your attention on these key exercises instead of going on all these fancy machines really optimized for bodybuilders, getting the isolation pump. Forget all of that. Next, there's always a guy that's buffer than you. And that's true of every single person in the world except maybe Chris Bumstead. And Chris Bumstead, the Mr. Olympia, whatever, he probably looks at some of the other guys going, shit, I wish I had his legs. I wish I had his bicep. The idea is if you start comparing yourself to these other gym bros, to these Instagram influencers, to these bodybuilders, you're always going to feel inadequate. And all the time you spend feeling inadequate is just life lived in a worse state of mind. The moment you compare yourself to someone else and think, shit, I'm worse, you're actually in a worse state of being. Your happiness points just literally decrease. So don't be doing that. Just compare yourself to what you were doing yesterday. If you just can keep doing that, like just beat your past record, just lift 1 rep more, 1 kilogram higher, 1 pound higher, and you keep doing that consistently and you just beat your past self, you will overtake 99% of people and you'll feel happier doing it. So remember, there's always a guy buffer than you. This is also something that will keep you humble. Just keep going, just keep chilling. Stop trying to get to other people's levels, because even if you reach that huge level where you're super buff, there's a guy buffer than you, so chill out. Yeah. Next, it takes longer than you think. We live in the world of marketing where everybody, every company, every bro is saying you can get a 6-pack in 90 days. Oh, you can get a movie star body in 60 days. You can make $100,000 in 30 days. The reason it works is because when you say that you can get it in a short time frame, people start to associate that with, okay, I don't need to put in that much effort. It's just 30 days. I can struggle for 30 days. This is psychologically damaging you. There's a jiu-jitsu coach who said he doesn't train his students with timers, like timed rounds, because when you say there's 5-minute rounds, when you're under stress and when you're getting attacked and you feel like you're gonna die, you just know, if I just wait 5 minutes, the round's gonna end and I'm gonna be fine. So you'll rest, you'll do whatever you can, and you'll just find a way to just stay the 5 minutes. But if you didn't know when the round was gonna end, you have to rely on your technique. You have to rely on your own resilience and just go longer. And that's what he wanted to build in his students. It's the same thing with fitness. If you start signing up to all these programs that are like 60-day belly fats and 30-day freaking beastly shoulders or whatever the fuck, you're conditioning your mind to do these short sprints. And every guy that looks good will have to admit that it took him longer than he says. It takes at least a year, probably more like 2 years, for you to build a physique where you're like, damn, this is insane. There are of course exceptions, but for the great majority of people, you're probably not the exception, right? Watching this. For you, it's gonna take up to 2 years, even longer. And at the end of the 2 years, you're just gonna move the goalpost and do this longer. So just chillax and think longer term. Every guy you see took longer than 2 years. Next, injuries teach you valuable lessons. Now, a lot of people, when they're getting in shape, will face some form of injury, whether it's in your wrist, whether it's in your shoulder. And these injuries are basically like guiding stones, because when you say somebody's in shape, it doesn't just mean he has a good six-pack, a good developed chest, and good proportionate legs, even though that's what we normally think. A lot of the time, these people carry pain and they can't even sit down properly. They can't even bend back, and they're actually really unhealthy and have joint problems. That's not what you'd call in great shape, to be honest. You want to look good, you want to have muscle, you want to be cardiovascularly speaking healthy as well, do runs and stuff, and you want to be mobile and flexible. That's really what you want. And athletic, that's a guy that is in shape. Going back to the point about injuries, is that when you get some kind of injury, it's usually your body sending you a signal, hey, this is the area that you need to improve. Whether it's your shoulder mobility, whether it's your wrist mobility, ankle mobility, hip mobility. And if you can listen to those injuries, not as just like, oh my god, how much bad luck I have, this should never have happened, and just hating on the injury, wanting for it to be over. If you start thinking of injuries as something like guidelines for future improvement of your body, then you're gonna get in shape in just that way that is better than a gym bro, in a way that is mobile, in a way that is painless and genuinely functional and athletic, rather than just gym bro aesthetics. Think of getting in shape in this holistic way, and injuries is probably what's gonna wake you up to that. Next, protect your health while you're healthy. This is what my granddad told me, and I didn't know what he was talking about because I was 14 at the time. But basically what he was saying is, start yesterday, start now. Don't say, you know, all these people that are like, I'm gonna start on the 1st of April, I'm gonna start on the 1st of May, I'm gonna start on the Monday, I'm gonna start when I'm coming back from this like trip to Barcelona, then I'm gonna start. Yo, these guys will keep coming up with reasons to push and postpone, and they'll never start. But you want to take this idea that the further you push it, the unhealthier you're getting. Protect your health while you're healthy. What he meant was, start when you're young. Start as young, and you're never as young as you were yesterday. Stop postponing it. Even if you are healthy right now, even if you don't have back pain right now is the time to start taking care of it. Next, you only really need 3 hours a week to get in great shape. This is something that's going to shock a lot of people, because as soon as you look at photos like this and you want to get ripped, and you see videos and reels, you start to think, oh my god, these guys be spending every hour in the gym, they're blending chicken breast in the grinder, they're just doing all kinds of stuff to stay in shape. For most people that want to get in great shape, all you need is to train 2 to 3 times a week, about an hour each time, so it's 3 hours or less. I work with some CEOs who are very, very busy, and they can find 3 hours in their week. For you to say, I can't find the time, I'm just a busy guy, I mean, dude, you probably can find the time. It's about priorities, because everybody has 24 hours. You found 3 hours to do some weird random stuff that we're not going to get into. But if you just reprioritize your body, then you would have 3 hours, and that's literally all it takes. So don't even overthink this. If you want the 3-hour system, jump inside Minimalist Training Club, or even get the free routines and do it yourself. It's smarter to do it with me, but if you wanted to do it yourself, give it a shot as well. Next, 90% of the guys in the gym aren't actually progressing because they don't know how to train with intensity. This is something that I realized recently. And the way I realized it is because I gave people my free minimalist workout routine. And then I get a lot of DMs, a lot of emails where they're absolutely loving it because they get their time back. They're actually enjoying, they're being pulled back into the gym. They're starting to be consistent. It's great. And then after a while, they're like, I kind of stopped progressing. And then I asked to see their videos. Okay, I asked for videos of them training. When I saw the videos, I was shocked. I thought everybody had gone through a gym bro phase like me, figuring out the form, the back arch, the shoulder retraction. I thought everyone went through that phase. Of course they didn't. It was foolish of me to think so. So loads of people just didn't know A, how to train with the right form, but B, how to train with the right intensity. Almost everyone was stopping before the point of true intensity. Your last rep should look like this. Like, it should be a true struggle, but most people just go like this. Finish. Why would your body grow? The last rep is qualitatively different to the first rep. You do the first 5 reps to get that 6th rep to be a true struggle. But of course, it's a fine line, right? Because if you overdo it, you go into burnout. You start hitting failure sets. You start failing each of your sets because you said, Wanhee said, push it to the max. So you just go until you die. And then you feel so tired mentally and physically, and you don't come back the next week. So there is an intensity sweet spot. It's about 8 to 9 out of 10 on the RPE scale, rate of perceived exertion, which is basically rate of effort. And this is exactly what I nail with the guys that I coach. I see their videos and I'm like, yo, you need to push a little harder. You need to chillax. That's how you progress week to week. Next, consistency beats every other tip. Everything that I've said don't mean crap unless you get consistency right. Because the guy that gets consistent, he's gonna figure things out slow. If you watch this video, followed all 10 steps, you're gonna get crazy fast results. But let's say he didn't watch this video, he only got consistency. Over time, because he's consistent, his mind will keep going to the gym and he'll figure out that, oh wait, I actually do need to lift for strength and get stronger. Oh wait, I actually realized that it does take longer. Oh, I actually realized there are other people that are buffer than me. He's gonna make these realizations because he's there. But most people fall off before that because they didn't find a way to stay consistent. This is why consistency is the #1 thing to nail for you, and then it's intensity, and then you start worrying about all this other science-based stuff. Let me know which point resonated with you the most. Let me know if you didn't agree with something. That's always fun as well. Bye bye.